Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me for today's at-home Pilates routine. Today is a full body cardio Pilates workout. We are going to be raising the heart rate, burning calories, and working all the major muscle groups in the body, our abs, our arms, our glutes, and our thighs. I'm going to be stepping up the intensity by adding a set of hand weights. These are 3 pounds each. If you want to go heavier, if you want to go lighter, that's entirely up to you. If you want to do this workout without any weight at all, it can be done with body weight resistance, and I will be walking you through each of the exercises weightless as well as with weights. If you don't have weights but you want to add some resistance, you could use a household item like tins of tuna. If you've got ankle weights, you could cuff them around your hands and get in a great workout. So with all of that in mind, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start in a kneeling position, but if it's more comfortable for you, you can be stood with your feet hip distance apart. I'm just going to begin by warming up the shoulders. So we're going weightless to begin with. We're bringing the arms up overhead and we're rounding the arms down and back. Let's take a few more of those really nice large arm circles, reaching through those fingertips as you open through the chest. And melt the shoulders down and back. You want your chin parallel with the floor. You're lengthening up through the crown of the head. We've got 3 and 2. Lengthen through those fingertips. And last 1. Now we're going to raise the arms above the head and pull the elbows down beside the body. So we're lengthening, keeping the spine nice and straight and pulling the elbows down. Again, just mobilizing those upper back muscles, lubricating the shoulder joints before we move into our arm work. Good, we've got 3 and 2 and 1. Now we're going to take hold of our weights. This arm series is going to be at the start and at the end of our workout. So we're really going to burn out those arms and work towards strength and definition. So let's go ahead and place the weights on the knees like so. Palms are facing in toward each other. If you haven't got weights, you're going to have long fingers for this. We're going to lift one arm up and lower. Lift the other arm up and lower. Now you want to keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Your arms are nice and straight, your belly is plugged in. Lift and give it resistance on the way down. Good. Now we're going to pick up the pace. Nice. Sculpting those arms. Breathing through it. Without any weight at all, this can still be challenging by lengthening through those fingers, really flexing the arms as you lift and lower, slicing the arms through the air. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Bring both hands down. Now we're going to lift the arms up to shoulder height, and we're going to start drawing half circles in the air. So draw your circle in the air and then scoop down and around. So you're drawing semicircles in the air. 1/2 of the circle on each side. Good. Again, if you haven't got weights, you've got long fingers for this, and you're using your fingers to carve out those circles in the air. So I'll take a front view for a moment so you can see what these circles look like, or these half circles. We're not letting the arms drop. We're keeping them nice and straight. Good. These are tough, but they're fantastic for sculpting the backs of the arms. I'm working into my upper back, my chest, my shoulders here. We're targeting quite a few different muscles. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Now from here, we're bringing the elbows in toward the side of the body, and we're going to move into some punches, making fists with your weight or with no weight at all. We're punching across the body as we rotate the palm so it's facing down toward the mat on that extension of the arm. Fully extending each arm without letting the torso move around. Keep it really controlled. Give it force. Punch with as much energy as you can. Keep moving. Good work. Shoulders are down away from our ears. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Bring it in. Nice work. Now we're going to go into some tricep extensions. If you haven't got weight, your palms are facing upward and you're lifting like so. If you're holding onto the weight, same thing, but we're making fists. So we're going to start off by hinging from the hips, keeping the back nice and flat as we lift. You can either have fists here or long fingers with your weight, whatever is more comfortable. Focusing on the backs of the arms, doing the work to get that lift. Lift, 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 lift. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Relax it down for a moment. And now we're going to hinge from the hips again and start drawing circles in the air. So we're going to circle. Good. 8, 7, 6. Keep those arms elevated. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Now reverse direction of those circles for 10, 9, 8. Lift up and around. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, those were tough. Amazing work. Now from here, I'm going to place the weight off to the side of the mat and we're going to get into our ab work. So we're going to lower down one vertebra at a time, interlacing the fingers behind the head. From here, we're going to crunch and lower, crunch and lower. So we just want to warm up the abs here. Your head is supported with your hands, elbows are nice and wide. And as we breathe out and lift, we're plugging belly in toward the spine. Nice work. And lift a little higher each time, contracting your core. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it down. Now take a hold of your weights if you're using them. Otherwise, you've got long fingers for this. We're lifting the arms over the shoulders, bringing the legs into a tabletop position and flexing the feet. Now, you can leave head, neck, and shoulders down on the mat, or you can elevate up into a crunch. We're lowering, alternating sides, bringing the weight and the leg down at the same time. If you're using weight, otherwise you're just bringing that arm parallel with the mat. Good. Keep breathing. Keep those arms nice and straight. Hinging from the hip. Drawing navel in toward the spine. As you lift that leg. Moving at a pace. Good work. Keep it up. Keep those shoulder blades lifted up off the mat if you can. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax head, neck, and shoulders down. Stretch legs out long. Turn the palms so they're facing forward. From here, we're going to roll up, lift the arms, and as we lift the arms, we're going to start to bring them down. Weights come together or palms come together as we bend the right knee and twist over to the right side. Back to center and lower down. Good. Lift. Bring the weights together. Twist over to the left side and lower. Good. Lift. Weights together. Twist the right, working into that waistline and lower with control. So as we twist, we bring the knee in, but we keep the hips evenly weighted. And we focus on twisting through that waistline without letting the hips lift or move from side to side. Good. Moving at a pace, but you can slow it down if you need to, if you're losing control. Good work. And lower. Lift. and abs into lower. Work those upper abs as you come up. Work those obliques as you cross over, and work your lower abs as you lower. Amazing work. Keep breathing. We've got 5, 4, 3, last 2, and let's do one more each side. Lift, cross, lower, lift, cross, and lower. Amazing work. Place your weights off to the side of your mat and elevate yourself up so that you're in a side lying position. From here, we're going to place our forearm down on the mat so it's parallel with the top of the mat. Elbow is below the shoulder. I'm going to take a hold of one of my weights, but of course you don't need to use them if you haven't got a set. I'm going to extend my top leg out long. From here, you've got 2 different options. I'm elevating that lower hip. Option 1, you're coming in, bringing elbow to knee, keeping them bent, and then extending. Option 2, you keep the arm and the leg straight as you come in and tap weight or hand toward the leg. Option 2 is a little bit more challenging, but both will work your waistline. So let's go for it. Inhale here and exhale. Keeping your chest nice and open here. Pointing through the toe of that extended leg. Cinching in the waistline and keeping that lower hip elevated. Good work. Moving at a pace. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth as you bring weight or hand and leg together. Good. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing work. Relax it down. Place your weight off to the side if you're using one. Lower down onto your back. Hands come behind your head. Knees come into tabletop. Elevate head, neck, and shoulders. And we're going into some crisscrosses before we switch sides. Bringing opposite elbow and knee together. Head is supported in the hands. Rotating around the rib cage. Toes are pointed. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Both knees in and roll yourself up to a seated position. Bring one of your weights with you if you're using it, and let's get ready to do the other side. So forearm down on the mat, elbow below the shoulders. Let's come up into that plank variation. You're either here or here. Let's go. Good. Keep that lower hip elevated. Keep the toe pointed. Good. Neck is nice and long. Cinching in the waistline. Good. Keep breathing. We've got 5, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the weight and down onto the floor. Back into those crisscrosses. Interlace your fingers. Take them behind your head. Knees in and cross, cross, cross. Good. Working deep into that waistline. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Lower both feet down to the floor. Bringing your knees in towards your chest, and then straighten your legs out long on the mat, elevating into a seated position. We're now going to get into place for our lower body work. I'm going to keep the weights handy. So I want to bend at the knees here, coming into a side lying position, supporting my head on my hand or your arm. And from here, I'm going to take hold of both of my weights. You can use one or none. And I'm going to place it just on the outside of the thigh. Legs are parallel, knees in line with the hips, shins in line with the edge of the mat. We're going to go into some leg lifts here. It's like a side-lying version of a fire hydrant. So I want you to keep your hips stacked, one on top of the other. Keep those legs parallel and squeeze your side glutes at the top of that lift. Don't let that top hip roll back. You want it stacked right on top of that lower hip throughout the entire range of motion. Inhale and exhale. Good work. Keep breathing. Working into that side booty. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm going to straighten my leg out. I'm just going to reposition those weights. Leg is in line with the body. Lift and lower. Going into some lengthened leg lifts. Again, working into the deep stabilizing muscles of the hips. Working into the waistline, the thighs, and of course, those gluteus medius muscles here. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep your neck relaxed. Good work. Lift that leg. Squeeze those glutes. Engage those thighs. Good. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knees together. Lift to just the top part of the lower part of the top leg and flex the foot. And we're going to kick. Bend and kick. Knees come together and then we kick. So you're keeping the foot flexed. You're giving it a lot of force as you kick that heel out and straighten the leg. Good. Keep going for 8, 7. I know these burn. Keep it up. We're doing really great work. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Great. Now we're going to come into position to work through some elbow to knee mountain climbers before we switch sides. So we're coming into our plank. We're lengthening out through those heels. We're bringing left knee in toward right elbow and then right knee in toward left elbow and switching. Belly is plugged in. Once you're comfortable here, if you can, pick up the pace. Good. Keep it up. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Step back into a downward dog. Stretch and lengthen. Regulate the breath for 3, and 2, and 1. Lower the knees. Bring the weights with you if you're using them, coming onto the opposite side. Knees in line with the hips, shins parallel with the edge of the mat. Weights come onto the outside of the thigh, and we're going into those side-lying fire hydrants. Being really careful not to let that top hip roll back so we can isolate this work in the side booty. Really squeeze those glutes at the top of the lift. Relax those shoulders. Good work. Keep your belly plugged in for extra added benefit on that core. Good. Nicely done. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now stretch that top leg out long. We're going into those leg lifts now. Keep the inner thigh facing down toward the mat. If it gets too much with weight, simply drop it off. Good. Lifting and lowering with control. Keeping that neck long, keeping those shoulders relaxed. Nice work. We've got 5, 4, 3, lift that leg, 2, and 1. Knees together, lower leg lifted, and kick out. I forgot the foot is flexed. So flex that foot. Drive through the heel. Extend out long through that heel. I know these are really tough. I can feel the burn, and I'm sure you can too. But we're nearly done with this lower body work, so make it count. Keep that leg elevated. We've got 4, 3, give it a lot of energy, 2, and 1. Amazing. Lower those weights off to the side of the mat. Come back into position for those crossovers. Wrists below the shoulders, feet are flexed, crossing over. Once you're into the rhythm, pick up the pace. Driving the knees in toward the elbows, lifting your abdominal wall. We've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Lower your knees down to the mat. Let's lift our shoulders up by our ears and round them down and back before picking up those weights. Again, long fingers if you're not using weight. Going into that initial upper body segment with the weights to finish off. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Really making sure that we're targeting those arms, burning out those arms. Good. When you're comfortable with this movement, if you can, pick up the pace. Keeping the arms nice and straight. Spine elongated. Torso stable. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Lower down. Now going into those semicircle shapes. So long fingers or holding onto the weights in the fists, palms facing down. We create circles, semicircles in opposite directions. Good. Working those shoulders. Ooh, these are tough. I hate these actually because they're so hard, but they work so well. Good. Keep it up. Try not to lean back. Keep the neck nice and long. Struggling. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Relax it down. Bring the elbows in close toward the side of the body. We're nearly there. Keep it up. Let's punch. Good. Give it a ton of energy here. 2 moves to go. This and 1 more. Good. Keep breathing. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Bring it down. Hinging from the hips. Palms facing up toward the ceiling. We're lifting, lifting, lifting. Keep breathing. Keep the neck nice and long. Focusing your mind muscle connection on the backs of those arms. Triceps working hard. 4, 3, 2, 1. I lied, there was 2 more moves. We've got our circles now. Sorry about that. I forgot about these, but got to fit them in. Okay, circling. Drawing those circles in the air. Lifting those arms up and around. 3, 2, 1, reverse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Relax it down. Right, let's get rid of those weights. We are done with them. We're now going to regulate the breath and stretch out the body. So lift your shoulders up by your ears, inhale, and exhale, roll them down and back. Lift and relax those shoulders down and back. We've got 2 and 1, melting away tension. Lower your palms down to the floor, step back into plank. Lower and bend your right leg under the body, coming into pigeon pose. Press yourself up onto your fingertips, elongating through the spine, stretching through the glutes and the hips. For 4, for 3, for 2, keep breathing, and for 1, back into your plank. Left leg comes under the body. Elevate up onto those fingertips. Roll your shoulders down away from your ears. Holding for 4, 3, lift up a little higher, 2, and 1. Deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, lift up a little higher into your stretch, elongating through the spine for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Bring your feet together, holding onto your ankles, drawing your knees down toward the mat, elongating through the spine, hinging from the hips, and just gently folding forward, stretching out the thighs, opening in the hips, breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. Lean forward a little further. And elevate, sit with your legs crossed. Final stretch, even across your hips. Lift your arms overhead. Reach through your fingertips. And then rotate over to the right, bringing your left hand on your right knee. Left fingertips come behind the body as you look over. Right fingertips come behind the body as you look out over your right shoulder. Good. Rotate a little bit further. And then back to center. Elevate and twist to the other side. Looking out over left shoulder. Sitting up nice and tall. Rotating a little bit more. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Back to center. That was a tough one. I hope you enjoyed that Cardio Pilates workout. I hope it got your heart rate up. I hope you're feeling sweaty and well worked. I know I am. Well done, and I look forward to working out with you again next time.